If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or any cheap PC games, use the referral link in the description. It will take you over to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods, and if you use the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well. Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again and welcome to episode number 3 of the second season here at AC Milan. The suit's on, not necessarily for the Champions Trophy final against Ajax, but the second game of the episode will be the Italian Supercoppa against Inter Milan. They won the league, we won the Italian not the Italian Super Cup, we're going for the Italian Super Cup. We won the Italian domestic competition, the Coppa Italia, so it's basically the Italian equivalent of the Community Shield. So we'll be playing that in the second game of the episode. We've got Ajax first, and in between the two games, we will be gunning for new signings. I asked you guys in the last 2 episodes what we should do, and it was a very popular decision to potentially go after Marco Verratti. Yesterday we said, do we want to spend 40 plus million on a single player? And the general consensus was, yes, let's go and do that. So we're going to try and sell on a few more players because we don't have that large a transfer budget at the minute. It's pretty big, but it's not quite big enough to bring in a player of Verratti's qualities. So we have 44 million right now with £265,000 available in the wage budget. I could probably bump that to about 40. Let's go 80-20 just for OCD. We could bump it a little bit further, but we are going to have to sell some more players. Now, I can either list Jeremy Menez on the transfer market, which would be around about £14 million, or we could just use him in the deal to bring Verratti in if they're interested in him. He did arrive at Milan from PSG, so he would be going back to his previous club if they were keen on that. I'm going to keep Bonaventura, but Menez, considering he's 29, he is one of my highest rated players, but considering he's 29 and we have players like El Shaarawy that can play on that left-hand side, and we are contemplating bringing in another winger as well. I've added Balde Keita to the list. We're specifically keen on Felipe Anderson or Domenico Berardi, but Balde Keita really impressed against us for Lazio last season, so I've asked my scouts to go out and have a look at him and we'll see what his stats look like. But in this episode, we'll be playing the 2 cup finals, in the Champions Trophy and in the Italian Supercoppa, and hopefully moving some players on and trying to bargain a deal for Marco Verratti. That's the plan for today. We'll see how we get on. Drop the video a like rating if you enjoy, of course. Subscribe to the channel too if you haven't to this point to ensure you don't miss out on any further episodes of this series or the My Player series or anything else that goes up on the channel. But without any further ado, let's see if we can win this pre-season tournament and get ourselves a little bit extra prize money. We'll up Kevin Prince, down to Verdi. He's got Backer in front of him. Let's try and spin and play in Kevin Prince Boateng. I'm going to go for the long distance one. Oh, finish! Kevin Prince Boateng after 13 minutes. Let's rip. What a strike. I know he's got a good long distance shot, but I was kind of just hoping perhaps for a corner there. Verdi does well to get it to Backer, who spins and then plays him in. And it was, well, he's not got the pace to get away, so I had to hit it kind of early if I wanted to shoot. And I'm glad I did. What a rip. Across the goalkeeper into the far bottom corner. It goes up and then dips as well. Great strike from Kevin Prince. We're 1-0 in front. Bonaventura throws to Muru. I'll get this around the corner to Backer. We'll try and maybe roll the defender. It's kind of worked. Oh, how's that for a finish? That is a rocket. 2-0 AC Milan in the 39th minute. Again, with that one, just as I was with the KP one, wasn't confident of that actually going into the back of the net. Thought the rolling of the defender hadn't quite gone to plan there. It was a very slow turn, but the power on the shot is just too much for the keeper to handle. Carlos Backer makes it AC Milan 2, Ajax 0, and it looks like we're going to get a win from this pre-season tournament as a whole. Keeps! I thought I didn't need to commentate that because it's right there, and Donnarumma's just watched it fly into the top corner. I thought, that's fine, Keeps will have that. No, he seemed comfortable that it was going to go wide. He had confidence it would go wide, the same way that I had confidence in him, and that's very strange. Ajax pull one back, but I don't think it's going to be enough to get them back in the game. You might as well hang your head, mate. That's all your fault. There goes the final whistle. The crowd go nuts, and it's a 2-1 win against Ajax in the final of the Champions Trophy. Could have been 2-0, could have had a clean sheet if it weren't for the goalkeeper's mistake, but never mind, we are victorious nonetheless. So, technically, another piece of silverware, although it doesn't really count as a pre-season tournament. It's like Arsenal counting the Emirates Cup on their list of honours. Doesn't really count, but we'll take it. We'll take the prize money as well. We'll jump back now to the transfer window and we'll head towards the Super Copper and see if we can win that one. That one definitely does count as a piece of silverware. An extra £2.5 million in prize money from winning that final. That will come in handy. That more than pays for this deal for Piccini as a backup right back now. He only wants £30,000 a week as well, and considering Antonelli's going the other way, probably not going to be a deal that costs us. We may even make profit because of the pre-season tournament with Antonelli going one way and him going the other. Now, I'm waiting to see if we get transfer offers for others. We have done, but not players that I want to see leave. Tonelli wants some more first-team football, but with extra games this year with Europe, he'll get it. Big offer for Niang, but we will be rejecting that. Niang, only 21 years old and 78 rated. He's not going anywhere. It's going to be our backup striker to Pato and to Carlos Bacca. Scout reports coming back. Contract offer accepted from Piccini as well. He's in. We make profit on that deal. Very pleased with that. We have £237,000 in the wage budget left. He's now arrived. He'll be a backup at right back to Florenzi. We've had some scout reports back on some players as well. So I'll have a look at these. These are potential regens. So if anyone turns out to be a regen from like Di Natale or Totti. So if anyone turns out to be a regen, I'll show you them. If not, then assume that they're all terrible. Alright, there are a couple that I'm intrigued by. This guy, Antonio Catalani, is 16 years of age. He's got great pace already at 16. His technicals aren't that good, but could he be a regen? I'm not sure how good regens tend to be at such a young age. Will they be obvious that they're a regen and that they're going to be world class, or is it going to be something like this where they're not quite as obvious but could potentially with a bit of training and first team football become world class? I'm not sure. There's this guy, Danilo Zanon, as well. His physicals look decent, and have a look at his height. 6'6". 6'6". He's a striker. He has finishing of 37, so clearly he needs a lot of training and first team football, but would he be worth looking into? 6'6"? I'm not sure. I've added him to the shortlist. I'll have a look now and see what their weak foot and skill moves are. Let's have a look. We have Danilo Zanon. He has 5-star skills at 6'6" and a 2-star weak foot. 5-star skills at 6'6". That's mental. You'll have to let me know whether to potentially have a look at him. This guy, Del Monte, I was looking at as well. Not sure whether he might be a regen. I've no idea. Let me know. What do you think? I'll keep them there, and if you reckon they're worth having a look at or just keeping an eye on for another year, then let me know. Offer for Donnarumma is massive from Napoli, £21 million, but it's not going anywhere. Kevin Prince Boateng's had an offer in for him. Now, I would be tempted to sell Kevin Prince Boateng and try and pick up that young 19-year-old from Sassuolo. Apparently you guys say that he's glitched. His potential is normally around about 70 and he's already 78. So I think I am going to do that. There were a few people saying that I should actually go and pick him up. So we may do that. And an offer for Jeremy Menez. I'm going to... I don't know whether to stall or not. I'll counter 20 because that would probably just give us the money anyway to be able to go and get Verratti. But I will now offer for Verratti and use Menez as make weight and see what they say. Also, let's have a quick look at that young centre mid as well, just to refresh your memory. He's not here. Okay, let me go and find him. Here he is, Jeremy Bretonnier. I'm not sure if he's glitched. He'll continue to grow if I bring him in. Will he continue to grow, or will I have to train him? Do glitched players only grow? I think glitched players only grow when they're not at your club. So I'm not sure whether he'll continue to grow. He looks decent for 19. Like I say, we could train him. So we could train him quite well, actually. I'll continue to take your guys' feedback on this guy. Do you think we should go and get him and replace Kevin Prince Boateng with him? He has 82 long pass, 85 short pass. He's good on the ball as well with 83 ball control. But obviously we could train that. His physicals are okay. Great balance at 95, but strength only 49. I'm really unsure. I will take your guys' feedback on him. Continue to. Let me know whether he'll continue to grow or whether he'll actually not grow because we bring him in. Maybe we should leave him out or leave him at Sassuolo for one more year and then contemplate bringing him in. They reckon they'd want only 50. Okay, well, maybe we could try Bertolacci plus 40. We'll try. We'll see what they say. Stoke have decided to match the £20 million for Jeremy Menez. So he's going to leave. That will leave us the money to be able to afford Marco Verratti outright, but they don't want Bertolacci. I'm going to try and get a player to go the other way if I can, because that would hopefully free up a little bit extra money to then go in and bring in a winger like Balde Keita or Felipe Anderson, or obviously Berardi as well. So we'll keep our ideas open, keep our eyes open, keep an open mind with regards to the wide player, but looks like Verratti could be a goer. Also, something to add, that Espanyol have accepted the counter-offer of £6 million for Kevin Prince Boateng, and it looks like he'll be leaving us as well for £6 million out to Espanyol in Spain. Talks between Menez and Stoke have broken down, apparently, because they couldn't agree on wages. Also, PSG aren't interested in Fernando Torres, so now it might be time, now that talks are broken down with your man, to offer him here, and we'll actually offer 32 plus Jeremy Menez and see what they say. I'm kind of wary about offering too many times for Verratti and them coming in and saying, look, it's not happening, wait until the next window, because I kind of really desperately want to bring him in this window. We get an offer here of 17.5 for Menez from Hoffenheim, but I will stall for now and wait and see what PSG say with regards to Verratti, because I'd rather use Menez there rather than end up not being able to get Verratti in and end up, wasting more time. And then, just raising the possibility of them just cutting off all ties and being like, no, not having him now, wait till January. So we'll see what happens with Menez plus cash. And we've still got a week to go until the Inter game. So here goes nothing. Transfer talks are broken down with Espanyol as well for Kevin Prince Boateng. Great. An offer for Mbaye Niang, which we will be rejecting. Also, I think this is my Scout Future Star email. Again, we will stall on the Jeremy Menez one. I think this is our Scout Future Star email here. Scout has returned. Our Scout with a young player. Who is it? Is it this guy, Ortiz? I think it is. Bonaventura, Barros, Marchetti, Rocha. And, yeah, these guys I already had. So it must be this guy. Americo Ortiz, 63 to 81. What is it with the Scout Future Stars and coming back with players that are absolute dirt? These guys aren't future stars. I'm having such bad luck with these Scout Future Star things. It's a real shame. Hopefully, one day, we'll actually get a decent player brought back by the Scout. Okay, PSG are not interested in Menez either. So what I'm going to try and do is wait for Verratti. Make sure we can sell Menez and then just go in with a big cash-only deal. I don't want to keep offering players and have the deal continue to fail. We don't want to risk that. So we're going to try and sell Menez now. And then hopefully we can use that money to sell him on elsewhere. Now, Inter came in and offered me some money for him as well. But I don't know whether I want to sell him to Inter, to be honest. I'd rather not. If I am going to sell him to Inter, it will be for more than we sell elsewhere, because obviously they're a rival club, so we'll see what happens. Hoffenheim aren't willing to pay the 20. They've offered me 18.5. How about 19? I'd be quite happy to accept 19. That would give us more than enough money to go and buy Verratti outright. Fingers crossed, he can actually agree personal terms this time. Inter Milan have accepted the £24 million counter-offer. That's huge for our plans in this transfer window, because Inter, you would have thought, would be able to discuss transfer terms and wage terms and actually get him to accept the wage terms. So that may mean that we will be able to bring Marco Verratti in after this game against Inter. We're going to go and play the Supercoppa now, hopefully come away with another trophy, and then we will perhaps actually wait until the next episode. Maybe I'll go a little bit further in the transfer window. I'm not sure, because I don't know how long this video is going to be by this point. So we'll just wait and see till after this game against Inter. But I think we'll play Inter and then we'll wait, and I'll take more feedback, especially with regards the young midfielder from Sassuolo, and then also potentially what to do with those regens as well. Continue to take your guys' feedback into account. But we'll go into this game against Inter now. Maybe we can beat our rivals just before Jeremy Menez leaves to go to them. Inter starting Perisic, Carvalho, Medel, Biabiani, Brozovic, Jovetic, Jesus, Murillo, Andreoli, Santon and Handanovic. At least I think it was Handanovic. I didn't glance down at the goalkeeper. We are in the away dressing room, and so technically, quote-unquote, away from home. It's weird that the Super Cup is being played at the San Siro, but we're starting, as you can see there, our strongest possible side. Romagnoli's come to me and asked about wages, so remind me in the comments section, in case I forget for future episodes, that I need to offer Romagnoli a slightly larger contract, but we'll see if we can get a win from this Super Cup against the old rivals. William Carvalho gets caught on it by Jorginho. We'll set Carlos Bacca away here. He's got people closing him down. I'm not too sure. Is that Wednesday Zeus? I think it is. It's Jason Murillo. Bacca for 1-0. A crucial, critical mistake in the back for Inter Milan. We stole the ball off them. Carlos Bacca races away and makes it Milan 1, Inter 0. You just can't afford to make mistakes like that at this level. Lovely turn by Bacca actually to get away from Murillo and slots it underneath the keeper. We are 1-0 in front early on as well. Bernardeschi gets that through to Bacca. Touch wasn't the best, but we'll look for Mauri. And then back round the corner to Kutska. And Kutska can find El Shah. El Shah with a finesse. Wanted him to take it on his right, and he took it on his left. Handanovic makes a good save. Oh, El Shah stolen it off the man in the middle again. Look for Mauri. Roll the defender. Kutska's arriving. Kutska with a shot. He's got a lot of shot power, but it's going to go wide thanks to the save from Handanovic. Another corner. They've learned from their mistakes. They've blocked the ball to pass that man, but let's go to the one on the far side. Actually, I don't think I've hit that hard enough. No, we have done. No, I didn't. Mauri might get there, though. Keep it away from them. There we go. Work it quickly again. El Shah. Try and commit Biabiani down the line and then turn inside him. Lovely move by El Shah. Stefan El Shaarawy trying to squeeze it in. Surely Jorginho with a header looping. Handanovic tips it over again. Perisic on the run. Nice turn into Brozovic. Across to Jovetic. Oh, that's great football. Top goal. Top goal into Milan. There's nothing I can do against that. That was world class. One touch stuff, pinpoint accurate, and a great finish from William Carvalho. The holding midfielder brings it back to 1-1. 25 minutes left to go in this second half. Otherwise, I believe it will go straight to penalties. I don't think there's extra time, is there, in these sorts of competitions? I know the Community Shield goes to penalties, doesn't it? So we'll have to wait and see, I suppose. Bernardeschi into Simone Verdi, who turns nicely, and there's so much space out wide for Jeremy Menez, who's going to get there and will turn quickly inside D'Ambrosio. Surely Jeremy Menez isn't going to win it against the team he might be moving to in a few days' time. Oh, couldn't find Verdi there with that ball, but they've been loose in possession. Florenzi will get it out to Piccini. This is his first touch on the ball as an AC Milan player, and to be fair, he did all right there after making the mistake of giving away possession, but I've given away possession again. Both times were my fault, not the players. Piccini trying to get back into this right-back spot and does really well. That's half the reason I bought him, was the fact that he's tall and he's strong as well. Verdi's got loads of room to run into here, and there's space in behind the into defence. Bacca's there at the back post. Just got to wait for him to pull off so I can try and find him. There's Menez! He's done it! Jeremy Menez in the 90th minute against a team he might be about to sign for to win the Supercoppa for AC Milan. Not only is it the team he's about to sign for, it's the other side in Milan. What a finish, though, from Jeremy Menez. Rifles that into the back of the net. You couldn't have scripted that, could you? Jeremy Menez comes off the bench to score the winner for AC Milan. AC Milan against Inter, and he's about to sign for Inter. At least it's not like a genuine Coppa Italia or Champions League or something like that. Then he really would be up against it. It's like almost like when Mario Götze played for Borussia Dortmund against Bayern Munich in the Champions League final a few years ago. Of course, Götze wasn't involved on the score sheet that night, but we might... No, I was through for a third, but foul's been given. Looks like we're going to win the Italian Supercoppa, though. We were victorious in the Coppa Italia with the final game of last season, and it looks like this season we are going to get a piece of silverware too. The Italian Supercoppa comes our way thanks to Jeremy Menez. Wow, I didn't expect that sort of finale, but we will take it. A 2-1 win in the Italian version of the Community Shield. I'll jump back to the menus and we'll see if anything has been decided as of this evening. But I won't be advancing any further. I want to make sure that I do get as many opinions on the extra players that we're looking at as I possibly can. Most notably, the young 78 rated 19-year-old and those potential regens. I don't think they are regens, but the 6'6" guy with 5-star skills. I'm not sure whether to take a lump on here, and we'll do a quick training session as well. Obviously, if we do bring in the young 19-year-old, he'll be involved in these training sessions just as much as Jose Mari is, if not more so, considering Mari is already 78, 79 rated, or maybe we could just rotate them out between the two of them. Hoffenheim have accepted the 19 million for Menez. Hopefully, though, he goes to Inter. We get a £1 million extra transfer budget from the Super Cup. That's good. Elsar's out for 2 months with a broken elbow, but we are looking to bring in a new wide player. That wide player could be Balde Keita, as we get his stats now. He looks really good as well. What's he valued at? Only £8.5 million. Only rated at 78, which isn't that high. Mo Salah is 2 ratings higher and valued at 14 million. His stats, though, are significantly better, but he would be more expensive. And then we've got, as we go back to the shortlist, the other players out wide. Felipe Anderson, who's kind of a mixture between Salah and... Or no, to be fair, he's kind of just as good. He's just as good as Mo Salah. In fact, probably better on the ball, but not as good in the finish. Balde Keita is kind of the cheaper backup option there. And then Domenico Berardi's only went to Atleti in the January of last season, so we probably have to pay a premium to get him out of there. But he is the highest rated player of the 4. I still don't know who to buy. We need to make sure we get Menez out the door, though, so we can go and get Verratti with solely cash deal. And then hopefully we'll have enough left over. And when we know how much we've got left over, and fingers crossed some other players will sell as well, like Torres and the other centre-back. I can't remember, is it Paletti? I can't remember his name now. Not shortlist, Ches. The other one. We're still looking to sell Torres. We're still looking to sell... Is it Paletta? Yes, Paletta and Torres and Bertolacci and Beretta and Comey and Piccinocchi and Modic and Brown. Still so many deals still yet to be done, but nobody seemingly is interested so far. Still a long way to go in the transfer window, though, but that's going to be all for today. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too to ensure you don't miss out on any further content. That's all for SUITNOID. I will see you next time.